Let's go!
Feeling the guy out. Pause, but
Are you freaking kidding me? I tried to convince all of my New England Patriot viewers before the season that Drake Maye was the mother effing truth, just for people to say, well, let's sit him on the bench. Let's see what Jacoby Brissett can do. Joe Milton is more athletic and better than this guy. Stop it! It's third and Walnut Park right here, and man, oh man, oh man, my former LSU Tiger, Kayshawn, fails me here, because if he catches this inbreaker, well, guess what? You're able to go for it on fourth. You're able to kick a field goal, but instead, you have to punt. All right, so it's third and medium, and the Rams decide to bring a blitz from Putnam Village, and guess what? If they are bringing a safety blitz, the space of the field that's open is right here. So the Patriots are actually running something perfect for this look, okay, which is a deep over to this portion of the field. And this honestly is ridiculously good pass protection right here. This guy comes and then he leaves, and then the center picks up the blitzer coming from that far, and he's able to get just a tiny piece right there, and that gives Drake Maye just a little bit of time to allow this deep over to clear out and get over here, okay? It's still a very dirty pocket, and Drake Maye is still able to get the football out in time. Y'all, that is ridiculously good quarterback play. The read itself wasn't too hard, but the athleticism and ability to process that, hey, I just need to scoot over to the left to give my guy Pop a little bit more room to operate, that is ridiculously good. Okay, so this play is unstoppable. We've already done a deep dive. The Kansas City Chiefs are the masters at it, but honestly, the people who really mastered this were the Brady and Gronk era Patriots, okay? So they would used to do this with Rob Gronkowski and another guy who has a Netflix special. This time, you're doing it here. You're in 12 personnel, and it's more effective to do this with your tight end number 2 instead of your tight end number 1. So, obviously, Hooper, a really good receiving tight end, but he's not Hunter Henry. So, the job here is to act like you're blocking, outside zone, play action fake to the right, and then you're actually throwing it back to the left. And this backside in, who's a pass rusher, a really good one in Jared versus a rookie, is bailing out. And guess what? Hooper, who was blocking him, is now the guy who's getting the football. Very good stuff. Every team, it doesn't matter which level, should run this play. It still has not been figured out, and it works every single time. Well, not every single time, but it's an easy way to pick up a lot of yards. Drake Maye, you dirty animal. My goodness gracious. This is redonkulous stuff right here, okay? So Drake Maye sees pre-snap that this safety creeps into this box. So he knows this space is going to be unoccupied because they are running double slant. So slant here, slant here. This ball can be thrown, but of course, since it is the red zone, you have got to be quick. I want you to see the mechanics here. They are butter, boy. Look at that. Good wide base. No jumpy footwork. Look at that, baby. QB mechanic experts, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the silhouette of a watered-down Dan Marino, and that, of course, is a compliment. Look at that ball right there to Kendrick freaking Bourne. So let's go to this play. Obviously, this was... All right, let's go to the biggest play of the first half, which was this fumble. I am not too mad about this. So it's a 3-man overload to the Patriots' left rush. So, of course, it is sensical to shift your 3 offensive linemen to the left to block these 3 guys, okay? So if you are the center, you have to, when you see these overloads, more often than not, there's going to be something called a twist when there is an overload like this. And the reason I know this, I played defensive line, not at a high level, obviously, is I hated to traditional rush when there was an overload, right? I felt like as a pass rusher, it would just kind of cut me off. So I always like doing games out of this from a defensive standpoint, okay? So Drake Maye slides his protection to the left if he is indeed the one making the protection calls. So you have these three occupied by these three, and then the Mike blitzer, if he were to come, the running back picks him up, and then obviously these two have these two. So Drake Maye on this 3rd and 3 feels pretty good about his protection. The problem is, well, it's the Patriots offensive line, okay? The center holds in on 91, but he's not able to adjust to the twisting DT, okay? The single most important person to block in this situation is whoever's coming through this A-gap. So I know this guy is in your A-gap, but once you feel that the guard is coming down right here, you've got to peel off and pick up the twister coming around. Also, in a perfect world, would you like to see Stevenson pick up this twister? Yes and no, but his read is if this guy stays back, I go out on a route. So Drake Maye is trusting his protection on this 3rd and 3. Well, they do not do the single most important thing to do, which is block your A-gaps, and you've got to be able to hold on to the football. So after a really good throw to Hunter Henry, there was a Puka Nacua touchdown after that lost fumble. You're here, 1st and 10, and once again, play action. You're reading these safeties, and guess what? You get another whiff up front here, and 97's clean through, and you have to throw this quickly with the guy right in your face. And once again, mechanically, so much was made about Drake Maye's footwork in college, and yeah, it could be sloppy and drifty at times, but man, mechanically, this is as good as it gets. Arm strength while getting destroyed. He's still able to get the football there with enough velocity for Pop to run after the catch. Man, wow. Another 3rd and 3. And guess what? The Rams decide to bring the freaking hizzy, okay? I am telling you right now that this is not the worst play in the world from Drake Maye because this is a 0 blitz, all right? And Dan Orlovsky, who knows way more about football, did a really good 0 blitz breakdown with like this cool virtual reality. I'm not quite to that level yet, but we will get there one day. We're also coming out of the 2-minute warning. Okay, so you have a good play call or a play call that you like in this situation. And man, if he would have just held on to this for a little bit longer, he is hitting Pop Douglas underneath. Okay, if it is a 0 blitz, I like working the trips bunch side. And in that Orlovsky breakdown, he broke down Josh Allen throwing to the trips bunch side. And I like throwing to the guy where the math is really changing, and that's the guy behind the vertical in the trips bunch. It's so hard for this to get sorted out. So if he can wait just right here, if he would have just stuck with it, he is throwing this football to Pop Douglas for a walk-in, and I mean walk-in touchdown. But that's not what happens. He throws off his back leg. And once again, if he were to throw this, he is getting absolutely positively obliterated from an unblocked A-gap pressure. Now, this unblocked A-gap pressure is okay because they brought everyone. So someone is going to be untouched there, and it's fine if the unblocked A-gap pressure is coming from this distance, okay? You would still prefer to get picked up and someone from the outside go, but honestly, the quarterback is responsible for this, and you just got to stick in there. Oh, God, he's walking into the end zone here, but he throws off his back leg, throws a prayer up to my guy Kayshawn, and it is not there. And honestly, Kayshawn on the end breaker here was also open, so he just decided to throw this away. Kayshawn had this guy on the ground here at the bottom of the screen. That would have been a touchdown as well, but he decides to throw it away, and that's actually intentional grounding. Man, if you were to build a quarterback in the lab, how many more quarterbacks in the NFL are you taking over Drake Maye? Maybe Anthony Richardson, who we did a breakdown of yesterday. Play action fake. I mean, there's just so many freaking cyborg quarterbacks in the AFC. And look, this is a really, really, really good piece of quarterbacking here because obviously in a perfect world, you want to be hitting this into the flat. It's not there, okay? You're running a mesh over the middle right here, okay? And boom, this to Kayshawn is there, but Drake Maye doesn't like it because there is just so much traffic over the middle. So he thinks about throwing it back to Hooper, which would have gotten the first down, but he doesn't like it. So he, with his mobility, is still able to throw to Kayshawn the first down. Kayshawn takes a big hit. And you're starting to see some aspects of the quarterback position slowing down for Drake Maye. Okay, so he gets to this spot, and he sees right here that this safety is all the way back. This corner is on this side of Hunter Henry. So he feels that this is going to be open because he sees that the linebacker is running with the shallow drag. So he knows that this is probably not going to get picked off. And look at the anticipation he's throwing with here. Okay, Hunter Henry's back is still turned to Maye when he's thinking about ripping this. Good, short, compact delivery. Look at that ball location. All right, let's get the handy-dandy all-22 out. This is first and goal. Once again, you're down 21-10. So a touchdown is so important. Yeah, field goal makes it a one-possession game, but still, okay? So they're bringing a blitz off the edge, and it's not picked up well at all. And this ends up being a very dangerous throw by Drake Maye to the out, as this is hog-on-hog crime right here. Cameron Curl versus Hunter Henry. And look at that play right there by Cam Curl. It's almost picked off. It's not the absolute worst throw I've ever seen in the world, trying to fit that into Henry, who's been really good in this game. But I want you to see the end zone angle here. Okay, one more thing. Obviously, in a perfect world, the backside slant to Kayshawn is probably the best option. That's still bang-bang as well. But take a look at the end zone camera angle here. And this play was just really well defended by the Rams. Sometimes, the other team just has playmakers and they step up and make plays and have a really good call right here. This blitz off the edge. Okay, still a dangerous way to throw this football with the guy right at your ankles. Maybe you can step up, reset, and look, you have a little alley to potentially run through here for a touchdown or work to the backside. But what really angered me is the coaching here. This is really poor coaching because Drake Maye has been playing well. And look, Ramadre had been running the football fine, but they decide to go with consecutive runs here, and then they decide to kick the field goal, which makes very little sense. I understand the one-possession game thing, but still, you are still down a touchdown and a two-point conversion, and it's midway through the third quarter. So the field goal decision is not the worst, but I don't like taking the ball out of Drake Maye's hands, especially doing the thing that pisses me off more than anything else, which is bringing everyone in tight. This is a really bad play call. Spread them out. They want you to tighten everything here, okay? So if you're throwing out of this, sure, that's one thing. But look, if I know that there's no receivers to the outside, look, Hunter Henry blows this block. That block is so tough with this guy screaming off the edge. He's able to come in and make this play. And look, you're down 28-13. If you get the touchdown, it's closer. But you're still down two possessions. Defense, of course, had its ups and downs, in particular in the second half. This time, you're rolling out to the left. Nothing's there. That's what Drake Maye can do, baby. He can tuck and run. Now, man, I would like to say that I'm shocked, but I really did like Drake Maye in the pre-draft process. I won't say he is the best rookie quarterback. Jaden Daniels still clears him. But, man, some of these analytics is starting to make you go crazy, right? Including that graph where, he's basically up there with Josh Allen. I love a good big man touchdown. Let's go, all right? Give it up for my fellow fat chubbies. I'm telling you, and 59's not even fat. My guy Lowe, he's perfectly built. I'm fat and chubby. Look at that play design. Where was this on the last drive? Okay, you have a chance to drive down the field, win the game. Let's start here previous to the 2-minute warning. My goodness gracious, good protection. That's a good rookie you're throwing off to the side. But look at this throw from Drake Maye. My goodness, to the outside shoulder. Good stuff right there by Kendrick Bourne. Throw the DB off of you, and it's a first. So now we get to the 2nd and 6, coming out of the 2-minute warning yet again, okay? Now, this is really creative stuff from the Rams, and it's not overly creative. They're rolling into single high, middle of the field, closed coverage. And this safety is running down to be a robber, if you will. So if you see that, the go ball down the sideline is never a bad option. So Drake Maye starts off looking to the left to Kayshawn here, decides to not rip this. This would have been bang, bang, of course. And then Pop Douglas, because this safety decided to come down into the box, the dig is also not there. So the right player to throw the football to is actually the go ball to the sideline, but it's near impossible in the current NFL with this offensive line to go from left to right, then to the go. It's just not ever going to happen. 75 gets beat really badly, and Drake Maye is sacked. All right, we get to this third and Jamaica plane. This is tough. All right, you have 0 timeouts, but you also have to know that you have 2 downs to pick this up. So you don't need all the yards. So once again, the Rams back out, they crowd, but your process is just sped up because you just got beat and the right tackle gets beat again. And Drake Maye, it's just kind of, let's see what he's thinking here. I honestly don't know what he's thinking. He just kind of rips this. I'm interested to know what he was trying to do here because that is just not good at all. Okay. Once again, I'm just kind of befuddled what he was looking at. Let me see here. I just think the moment got to him here. Still, whatever the case may be, this game was ridiculous. So comment below. Do you think Drake Maye's the best rookie quarterback? I can't get there because my guy Jaden Daniels is by far the best rookie quarterback. But daggum, Drake is balling right now. Balling!